X-rays, or sometimes Röntgen rays, are a type of electromagnetic radiation with a wavelength of about 0.01 to 10 nanometers, equivalent to 30 petahertz to 30 exahertz, and energy between 100 electron volts and 100 kiloelectron volts. X-ray is a type of electromagnetic radiation, which is best known for its ability to penetrate the skin and take pictures of bones. Advances in technology have led to more convergent X-rays. Therefore, using today's technology in X-ray production, the structure of cells and other more detailed biological components can also be determined. These rays are used in the construction of mechanisms that can be used to destroy cancer cells. In general, X-rays are divided into hard and soft X-rays. Soft X-rays have wavelengths of about 10 nanometers. Considering this amount of wavelength, it can be said that these waves are classified between ultraviolet and gamma waves. Hard X-rays have shorter wavelengths. The wavelength of this type of rays is about 100 picometers, which can be considered close to gamma waves. The only difference between hard and soft rays is the source of their production. More precisely, soft rays are produced by accelerating electrons and hard rays or gamma waves as a result of nuclear reactions. X-rays were first studied in 1895 by a German physicist named Wilhelm Röntgen. Röntgen noticed the fluorescence emitted when the crystal was exposed to a high-voltage cathode ray tube. This radiation was produced even when the crystal was covered with a paper. The reason why it was named X is because at that time this ray seemed very unknown and unusual. The reason for this is that Röntgen, by placing this beam in magnetic and electric fields, witnessed its non-deflection. One of the interesting features of this beam is that it can pass through most materials, except hard materials. Because of this, Röntgen was able to make an image of the bones by passing this beam through his wife's hand. It is interesting to know that Röntgen received the Rumford Award in 1896 for this important discovery. He also won the first Nobel Prize in Physics in 1901. X-rays can be created by colliding high-energy electron beams with atoms such as copper or gallium. In fact, with this radiation, the electrons placed in the internal orbital sublayers such as this phenomenon can be analyzed on a macroscopic scale similar to the photoelectric effect. When the electron is removed from its orbit, the electron placed in the orbital substrate takes its place in order to stabilize the atom. This transition from the more energetic layer leads to the production of X-rays. By using the above method, a beam is created that is not concentrated and spreads in all directions. In fact, producing powerful and focused X-rays is not an easy task. Another method that is used on an industrial scale is to accelerate charged particles such as electrons in a synchrotron. In this method, charged particles move in a circular and closed path at high speed. According to the laws of physics, the accelerated movement of electrically charged particles leads to the production of light, electromagnetic wave. The type of light produced depends on the electric and magnetic field that is used to accelerate the particles. When in the synchrotron, the speed of the particles reaches a fraction of the speed of light, powerful high-frequency beams are produced, which are focused X-rays. Synchrotron radiation was first observed in 1947. X-rays can change the nature of matter. Therefore, its absorption by the cells of living organisms or plants makes it possible to damage them. But the power of X-rays in passing through soft tissues makes it possible to take pictures of internal organs. Therefore, X-rays are usually used in medicine to take pictures of internal organs. Using X-ray pictures, the exact location of the bone fracture and its extent can also be determined. In dentistry, by using X-ray, you can make an image of the exact location of decay, which is very helpful in its treatment. Photographing internal organs under the name of radiography and direct observation of the body with rays is also called radioscopy. Radiography is done using a beam of X-rays that passes through the body. This beam passes through meat tissues easily and it is more difficult to pass through bone tissues. Of course, it is interesting to know that photography is not the only use of X-rays in medicine. In fact, this radiation is also used to disinfect medical instruments. The effect of this radiation on different tissues is different. Therefore, it can be used to destroy cancerous tissues. In fact, by shining this radiation on cancer tissues, they can be destroyed by destroying the DNA of cancer cells. This method is called radiation therapy, and of course it is associated with side effects. In addition to medicine, this ray has many uses in industry and even in astronomy. In fact, it is possible to identify the weak points, holes and small gaps created in the casting material using this radiation. Even in airports and security environments, this radiation can be used to identify weapons, ammunition and other prohibited items.